what is marijuana? Marijuana, also known as cannabis, is the preparation of the cannabis plant intended for psychoactive drug or medicine. Marijuana has been around for centuries. One of the earliest uses of marijuana dates all the way back to 2727 BC when the Emperor Shen Yung used it in a spiritual way. There are many uses for marijuana, including recreational, spiritual, and medical. The debate on whether marijuana should be legalized has been around for many years and is one of the biggest topics in our nation currently. I am on the pro side of the legalization of marijuana. I believe that marijuana should be legalized for many reasons, and just a few are that it could possibly lower the crime rate, it can make our nation money, and also it is less addictive than other drugs. To begin, the lower crime rate is one of the biggest grabbers for me personally. According to ACLU.org, most of the arrests in 2010 were not kingpins. Kingpins are known as big drug dealers, but they were people who possessed small amounts of marijuana. I'm not an advocate for legalizing crimes, but if you are going to arrest somebody, you should at least arrest the person who has more marijuana on them than just a small joint or blunt. 52% of all the drug arrests in 2010 also included marijuana. Little do most people know that arrests cost money, whether it be from the gas used in the police car, to the lighting at the station, or the woman doing the booking behind the desk. It costs money, and right now our nation is not in a state to where we need to spend money. By now you're probably asking, how can this lower the crime rates? Well, this could lower the crime rates because once it is legalized, the violence that comes from the selling of marijuana will go down dramatically. Because instead of going to your local dealer where you would have to walk in, not know what you're stepping on, or possibly even get hurt for making the wrong move, you can easily walk down the road to your local dispensary, display your card, and place your order. The other way is when it is legalized, the people who want marijuana will no longer have to go behind the law to receive it. So that will lower the violence between police and civilians. In other words, once this is made illegal, it will not only lower the crime rate in America, but it will also make America a safer place. Next, in our nation, our leaders care about saving money and the financial status of our nation. Our nation is $18.96 trillion in debt, according to Wikipedia.com. So please tell me why we would spend extra money to do a prohibition against a drug that is hardly even legal. As a nation, we must think of ways to make money and pay our debts rather than continually spend the taxpayers' money and pay off barely any debts at all. One of the brightest and most innovative ways our nation could make money is by legalizing marijuana. With legalization of marijuana, people will go out and purchase in bulk and splurge amounts of marijuana because of the happiness and the joy they would receive from the act. And to add, because the government could tax the sale of marijuana, they would make very high profit. According to the Huffington Post, the U.S. could save up to $13.7 billion a year once marijuana is legalized and taxed. The taxation of marijuana is one of the biggest reasons it is illegal. Our nation has not yet found a way to tax it, so they're going to keep it as legal and undercover as they can. We have fought for years to try to legalize marijuana, and if there was anything that would push you to make you want to do it, it would be the money. To add, did you know that a common household item is 10 times more addictive than marijuana? That's right, the caffeine in your morning cup of coffee is more addictive than marijuana. Despite the possible psychological dependence that you would have on marijuana, the caffeine in coffee is much more addictive, and a very large amount of so-called stoners go on what's called a tolerance break, which is also known as a period of time where they will cut down or even completely stop smoking marijuana to lower the psychological dependence. If you did a test on someone who had smoked for years and someone who had drank coffee for years, the person who smoked marijuana would do better when you take away their substance to the person who drank coffee. Because caffeine is very addictive and messes with not only your body but also your mind. So does marijuana, but your dependence can be lowered by easily rehabilitation or the tolerance breaks. In conclusion, the legalization of marijuana could lower our crime rate, make us money, and also it's less addictive. Thank you for your time.